How many of y'all have done this same exact thing? I do this pretty much every night, desperately trying to find something new to play. And do I find something? No, not really, but even if I do find something, I download it and play it for maybe 20 minutes and then close it and never play it again. I feel like all of us are kind of in the same boat. If it's not the Game Pass, it's games you already bought and might maybe re-download. But why is this? Why are we, as a community, so bored with games? I'll tell you in one word: microtransactions. To me, that's what it comes down to: microtransactions. They have single-handedly ruined the gaming community forever. The other day, I was talking to a buddy at work, and he said gaming used to be run by nerds who were given a boatload of money to make something that they truly love. And now, the suits have moved in and ruined it. I couldn't agree more with him, to be honest with you. I feel like it's very easy to blame the shift on Fortnite and games like that. While yes, their Battle Pass and microtransaction system changed the industry, I don't think it's as aggressive as some of the other companies. When the Battle Pass first came out, it was fun and it was different to buy. They offered something that didn't change the fundamental gameplay, and that's really important. All you could buy was skins. The suits got a hold of this great idea and ran it into the ground. Going back to today, you can't open a single game without microtransactions being shoved down your throat. I know I like to shit on 2K a lot, but let's take it as an example. 2K is at the absolute top of the pyramid for most greedy, money-hungry companies there ever was. The fact that you have to spend $70 on a game and then spend another $70 to make your player even usable online is criminal. For me, sometimes I'm not even playing the first build I made 3 weeks into the game because of some insane exploit or something tragically wrong with the build. So what do? You bring out your wallet and you pay for another build. You don't even play and grind anymore, you just pay. This brings me to my next point. I heard a saying the other day, and it related to the gaming industry pretty perfectly. The behavior a game rewards is the behavior a game encourages. What does that even mean? In the context of gaming, I'll use the example of 2K again. The community uses the absolute hell out of exploits, and is it their fault? Maybe, but at the end of the day, even though the average consumer pays over $200 for the game, 2K encourages it because they don't fix the exploits. They leave it in the game for years. I think they leave it in so you'll make another build and that profits them more money. I do think the community has a large role to play because it encourages meta builds and no creative builds at all. But enough about 2K. I'll tell you the games that I have downloaded for a second. Halo, Master Chief Collection, came out in 2001. GTA 5 came out in 2013. NBA 2K franchise came out in 1999. Minecraft came out in 2009. The Witcher 3 came out in 2015. Noticing any trends? Where are all the new gen games? It's a shame that I'm playing games and iterations of games that came out in the early 2000s. But again, that further conveys my point. Gaming was better back in the day. The Xbox Series X has been out since 2020, and the catalogs of games have not been strong at all. It's funny, but when a good game comes out once in a blue moon, people cling on to it. Take a game like Baldur's Gate 3, a game that won 6 awards at the Gaming Awards in 2023.
Game Award goes to Baldur's Gate 3, Baldur's Gate 3, Baldur's Gate 3, Baldur's Gate 3. Congratulations, Larian.
But why is that? Why did Baldur's Gate win so many awards? It was because Baldur's Gate was not only one of a kind and beautifully made RPG, but most importantly, it released in a finished, playable state. You could really tell the company cared about the product that they were putting out. It took years and years for that game to come out. My point is, they took their time and delivered on a product. Alternatively, and much more commonly, games today release in a state of chaos. Let's take Bethesda for example. Bethesda to me is one of my favorite gaming companies. I love the feeling of starting a new Bethesda game because you can do anything you want. You can be anything you want. Are they buggy? Yes. But are they playable? Yes. They released a game not too long ago that was supposed to be the best game of all time. Starfield. Man, was that another disaster. It's not so much that the game itself sucked or that the idea sucked, but the game released and it was unplayable. I don't know about anyone else, but if a game's not 60 FPS, especially on next gen, it's hard for me to play it. While yes, they added 60 FPS a little later, it still struggled to hold it. I want a fluid, immersive experience. I knew beforehand that the game was going to be 30 FPS, but the hype goggles had me convinced it was going to matter. Boy, was I wrong. I started playing the game and my mouth dropped with a horrendous performance. When I finally got off my ship and I went to that first big city, I stopped playing, to be honest, because it was unplayable. Starfield update 1.12.30 that came out not too long ago patched 500 bugs. That's insane. So what am I getting at? In the end, gaming doesn't feel the same because it's simply not. Companies are too worried about how much money they can generate from each individual consumer. The funny part to me is that if they took their time and made a quality game, they would make more money in the end because more people would buy it and they would get better reviews. It just doesn't really make that much sense to me. I find it funny how Minecraft is such a simple game, but it is incredibly unique. Because of this uniqueness factor and the unlimited replayability, Minecraft is one of the highest grossing games of all time. Very little microtransaction. I'm curious to see what you think though. Are we in the downfall of gaming? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching.